Well, I thought I was done with news for the night. I 25 minutes talking this morning about the sets. We did have Procrastinator, Slim Jimmy, Peanut Butter and Jelly going. I did want to. We just picked up Frosty Trouble. He was in Southern Ohio, so Jason got him today. Now, I was pumped, right? I was waiting to watch Procrastinator race, and everything that was going through my head was, if he's no good tonight, don't worry about the Buckeye. We'll take him home and race him in Mohawk in the maiden. Going 54, 55 at Mohawk. Geez, 52-1 today, but he raced great, right? He raced awesome. 52-4. Last quarter it had to be 28 apiece. Best race of his life. He raced fantastic, which is a little surprising because something was going on with Jimmy. I mean, he wasn't good at all today. I mean, he followed cover. He got away 6th or 7th. It looked like he was in a good spot. Second, third over, I think, and then lost his cover. A horse came out in front of him, and he looked bad after that. He looked to me like a horse that bled. So we had him scoped. No blood found, no mucus, no real indication that there was anything wrong. So there has to be something in his blood, right? Here's the problem. Buckeyes in 5 days. Sire Stakes is in 7 days. So Slim Jimmy didn't bleed. What could make a horse look mediocre when he's not? What could do that? Because, I mean, keep in mind, it's not that he came back bad. This horse had trotted 55 last half, 56 last quarter, 28 last week. He didn't bleed. He didn't flip his palate. There's no mucus. There's no pimples to be seen. What could cause that? I don't know. I can tell you the front runner would be an elevated AST, muscle count, liver count. Billy Rubin's unlikely. He's a good eater, so it wouldn't be ulcers, and he didn't bleed, so it wouldn't be high. So, I mean, the only two that come to mind right now in my head are an elevated muscle count and an elevated liver count. Now, neither of which, if they're high, you can fix in 5 days, but you can mitigate them, you can drive them down. And I think what the easiest way to go is simple. The reason I'm talking like this is because the draw is tomorrow for the Buckeye. Now, we didn't think we'd be going this route, but we have to be able to pivot quickly. I would rather it be 6 days, 6 days than 5 days, but it isn't. It's 5 days. I guess the easiest way to mitigate the whole situation is simple. Enter him in the Buckeye on Monday. Scratch him if he's not 100%. Or to where you believe his comfort level should be. Now, there's no way he can race like that and be 100%. The good news is he doesn't have to be 100% theoretically to beat a Buckeye. No, make no mistake, the Buckeyes are no slouches. They're no pushovers. But they're not gold horses either. They're not Sire Stake horses. And Slim Jimmy is. He just wasn't today. So I think the best way to approach the problem we have, which is the timing of his next event, and it's 5 weeks to the one after that too. It's not the end of the world. What's the best way to approach that problem? I think it's pretty simple. Put him in the Buckeye, take his blood. If you don't like what you see, scratch him. It's pretty simple, really. It's not a complicated problem. I think what you'll see is maybe a slightly elevated liver count. We've seen that before. Or a slightly elevated muscle count. Maybe we'll be able to mitigate those in 5 days. I don't know. But we'll know tomorrow. We should have his blood back tomorrow night or Friday morning. Either way, we'll have a pretty good handle on what's going on. The good news is he was sound. He wasn't sore in any way. It wasn't on a line. Tony Hall said he was trotting well. He did not bleed. He did not flip his palate. There was nothing wrong with his heart. That's obviously a question recently. There doesn't appear to be any external reason looking at the horse or even in scoping him why he would race the way he did, but he did. So it'll be found in the blood. We'll get to the bottom of what happened with Slim Jimmy and rectify it. I can't guarantee it'll be rectified by Monday, but I don't think anybody out there would really want to see Slim Jimmy racing the Sire Stakes the way he raced tonight. It's a little unfair to him. In fact, the thought of racing him 5 days later on Monday might be a little tough, but on the off chance it is just a slightly elevated muscle count or something that we can mitigate by Monday, I think it's worth entering him. And scratch him if we have to. It's not really the end of the world. We have, as I said, 4 or 5 weeks till the next stake race and a whole year for Jimmy. I think that's probably the route we're going to take. I'm going to have people email me and say, Anthony, just give him 10 days off. Listen, at the end of the day, we're still racing horses. They're still going to let us race for $18,000 or 17, 18, 19, whatever it is now in Ohio on Monday. We're still going to race if we can. but we want to be in a position to do as well as we can. So I think that's where we're at with Slim Jimmy. I think it's a pretty easy fix. Enter the horse, take his blood, go from there. So until we get that second component, the most important component is the blood, red, which we won't have until at least Thursday. If they somehow rush it, we'll have it back Thursday afternoon. If they don't, it'll be Friday morning. But either way, we'll get a good handle on what's going on with Slim Jimmy right now. As I said, Procrastinator was fantastic. No need to usher him back to Ontario. Wow, he's certainly excelling. I'm glad. I was a little, you guys heard me talk last week about how I thought it was a debacle taking him down there, but it turned out now 2 weeks. Fed him some speed. He's starting to enjoy it. He's starting to stretch out a little bit. Really happy with what I saw from Procrastinator today. Peanut Butter and Jelly, I think the expiry date is fast approaching on her with us, but I can't sell her if there's something wrong with her. And she didn't look great tonight. Didn't want to keep up to the gate, got rough leaving the gate. I want to get a look at her myself tomorrow. Want to get a look at her myself tomorrow and see what's going on with her. And also, I think I think I may have spoke too soon. I said Frosty Trouble will be in Monday. We got the horse today, picked him up. They said we qualified him, trained him a bit, but he hasn't done much in the last 7 or 8 days other than be out in the field. They're a little short-staffed, I think, there, and it's not gonna be really hard. We can't race him on Monday, so Frosty will probably take. I want to get him reshod, get his equipment hung on him properly, get some work into him. Probably going to be a couple of weeks before we can get him in. So I apologize about that. He'll definitely race in the second Buckeye. I thought the horse would be, if we put a horse up for sale that we had qualified. But I don't know, again, if they were short-staffed and they just said, we're selling him and put him out in the field. I guess I can't blame them for that. So what's done is done. So Frosty Trouble won't be in the Buckeye Monday. Slim Jimmy might be in the Buckeye Monday. And when it all shakes down, maybe neither of them will, definitely one of them won't be, but maybe neither of them will be racing on Monday. So that is that. We had some draws today. Purple Aura. There was one horse I wanted the inside with. It was Purple Aura. The 9-hole with Skippy, the way she raced the other day. I can get her spotted pretty quick, I think. Eyes at 10, and Of Tom drew 2, so that's good. But had the outside Sweet on Pete's like 6, I believe. And then poor Purple Aura drew the 8-hole. Jeepers, I don't know what we're going to do there. I haven't seen the class yet. I don't really know all those horses or how they've come back. We'll get a look at them when we get down. She trained well today, 2-3 last half, and 59, I think Jason said. Was it today or yesterday? Either way, he said she trained very, very well. Now, is she ready to trot in 55? No, she is not. But she's ready to race, and we got them in the right spot. So Pete's ready to go. Jason said she trained like a monster, too, for those of you a little worried about how she come back and how she was with the shoeing change. She's a professional. She handled it quite well, and he said she trained like a monster. I believe it was yesterday, actually. Might have been today. I'm not positive. The other fillies come back good, too. They're going to train tomorrow. Eyes at 10, Of Tom, and 1-2, Skip a Few. So that's what's coming up this week. That's what went on today. Procrastinator was great. Slim Jimmy was not. And Peanut Butter and Jelly, she's close to leaving. So that's where we're at right now with all the horses that went on today. We got a little bit tomorrow. I don't think Gemstone Ruby Rose is going to make the cut tomorrow. Her white count was a little high today, almost 11. It is too high. So we'll see. Now, we did have vet work done to her. She did just ship. Could that have played a role? I'll keep an eye on her tomorrow, but I would say there's a pretty good chance Gemstone Ruby Rose is going to be scratched at Mohawk tomorrow. I saw Laugh Now train. He trained awesome and looked good. We get a lot of very interesting horses racing, qualifying, and going again on Saturday. So good luck to everybody in the next few days, in the coming days. I will talk to you all very soon. As I said, I wanted to come out to the office. I wanted to come out and update everybody. Slim Jimmy's fine. Wasn't bleeding. Wasn't in his airway. Wasn't soundness. So there's only one thing left. It's in his blood. We'll know more tomorrow. But as I said, the path we laid out is very contingent on how that blood works, how that blood looks, and if we can mitigate anything found in it in a proper time frame. So it's a condensed time frame. And yes, there's a chance we get scratch on Monday, but at the end of the day, I don't really care. I think we'll give him the chance to race. If not, there's tons of time to get everything squared away for Slim Jimmy. Long year, lots going on. Take care.